Good morning, Carl. Up 300 and essentially been up 300 since the open here. All of the cyclicals say outperforming, defensive not. Take a look here. So you got, well, there's your Dow Industrials. This has been one heck of a rally here, folks. From the bottom on Thursday, we have moved close to, in fact, a little more than 800 points here. That's a pretty big move overall that we've seen. You can see the pop here today. Sectors are moving today, include semiconductors, banks, retail, consumer discretionary. Utilities have been lagging overall. The important thing is we have been moving lockstep with the 10-year yield. And there's the 10-year yield right there, bottoming on Thursday there. What were we, 1.47? And here you can see us moving up. Essentially, lockstep, this is the 10-year yield versus the Dow Industrials. Essentially, we're moving in lockstep along with it. So the big question is, what happens with the 10 years? This happens, unfortunately. Sometimes things just get stuck moving directly in tandem with each other. I think the important thing here is the market rally that we're seeing today. The bond sell-off, is it going to happen? Is it going to be eventually continue at this point here? Are bond yields bottoming, I think, is the most important question overall. We can't answer that right now, but the last couple of days, that's certainly been happening. The recession fears have eased a little bit. The president's people have been out over the weekend trying to calm concerns about recessions out there. We've got a Huawei reprieve on top of that. There's been some vague discussions over in Europe about more stimulus, not just from the ECP, but maybe even Germany doing some stimulus. None of this has come to fruition yet, but there's been vague talk about that over the week, helping things out. So the big question is, are the bond yields at a bottom? If they are, a lot of people can argue that this defensive sector move over cyclicals has been way overdone. We've seen this all throughout the year. If you take a look at the sectors in the third quarter, REITs have been outperforming, staples have been outperforming, utilities have been outperforming, and of course the cyclicals like technology and industrials have been underperforming. If yields are really at a bottom, bulls can certainly make an argument that that should start reversing. But we don't know because they don't have a clear argument, a clear path to winning that argument right now. This has really been going on all throughout 2019. It's true, technology still has a very small edge. I'm talking about year to date now, where tech's up 25%. But here again, defensive. REITs, staples, and utility are 2, 3, and 4. Industrials are further down there. Everything else is further down there. So let's just say, with the exception of tech, this is still on the year very much a defensive rally overall that we have been seeing. Finally, just want to note, Lyft trading down a little bit. You've heard all day. The lockup period is expiring. This is 5 months, not 6 months. They moved it up a little bit here. Lyft just turned to the upside. It opened on the downside. There it is on the upside. I think the important thing to point out is $72 5 months ago, 52. It's still underperforming both its IPO peers as well as the overall market. If you look in the last, since the quarter to date, IPO, there's the IPO ETF. That's sort of the benchmark. That's the green line here. And there you see Lyft here, the white line, and that's Uber as well. Both of them underperforming. So two of the bigger IPOs this year still underperforming their overall peers for the quarter. Right now we're holding up. Dow's up 285 points.